Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to fix the folding motor of the right side mirror on my Peugeot 508. It is the same procedure for most Citroen and Peugeot models from that era. You can see that when I press the lock button on the key fob, the right mirror stays open, unlike the left mirror which folds in. In addition, there is some play in the mirror itself. So I ordered this folding motor from AliExpress for just a few dollars and it should fit. I'm going to remove the mirror from the car and then disassemble it to replace the mechanism. Let's start by removing the door panel. We'll pull out the plastic trim of the window switch, it's held in place by metal clips on each side, and disconnect its connector. Using a thin tool, we'll pry out the plastic cover on the door and release two Torx screws behind it. At the bottom of the door panel, we'll remove the lower lighting unit and disconnect its connector. Now with a gentle pull, we will pull out the door panel, which is attached with clips. Before we can fully release it, we will rotate the small speaker a few degrees to pull it out. And now the door panel can rest to the side until we are done. Behind this cover, we will remove the nut holding the side mirror using a deep 13mm socket. We will remove the speaker in the center of the door by taking out the three Torx screws holding it in place. Behind these speakers are the two connectors for the mirror. We will disconnect them, and with a dedicated tool or a small screwdriver, we will also release the clip mounting the wiring harness to the door. Perfect. We'll pull the side mirror out carefully with its wiring harness. I connected the new motor to the connector to check that it actually rotates when I press the switch. And it works. Let's start disassembling the mirror. We will begin by removing the mirror glass itself using a clip removal tool from one side and disconnecting the two connectors for the defogger. We will remove the three Torx screws connecting the mirror control motor to the mirror housing. And disconnect its connector by releasing a clip on each side. With the plastic tool, we will continue disassembling the mirror cover, carefully separating it from the mirror housing, a little from each side. We will continue disconnecting the connectors for the turn signal light and the LED light. Note that the connectors here are identical and I already got confused. The turn signal connector has white and yellow wires and the other connector is for the lower LED light. We will need to completely disassemble these connectors, which does not always go smoothly. So we will pull out the rubber seal at the bottom of the connector. The plastic head is removed by pulling up and pressing a tab on the leg of that plastic head. Unfortunately, I couldn't put it out without breaking the leg itself, and by pressing the tab located at the end of each wire, we can pull the wire out of the connector. And I'm doing the same thing with the other connector, removing the rubber at the top of the connector, removing the plastic head, and disconnecting the wires. We will pull the entire wiring harness out from inside the mirror housing. To get it completely out, we will remove the lower mirror bracket by removing its rubber seal and then taking out two Torx screws at the bottom and another Torx screw from the side. Now we can pull the entire wiring harness out and be left with just the mirror housing and mainly the electric folding mechanism. I went to a hardware store and bought some parts that will help me create a tool to compress the spring holding the mechanism. I bought washers with an outer diameter of 30mm and an inner diameter of 12mm and also nuts with a 17mm diameter. I also got a threaded rod. It comes in a 1 meter length, but I didn't cut it. 20 to 30 centimeters will be enough. I'm marking with a pen the current position of the mechanism to know how much I need to rotate it. Using the washers, nut and the threaded rod, we'll create a tool to compress this spring. When it's compressed enough, we can rotate it inside the tunnel by a few degrees, and then the mechanism will be free to come out. I think it's decompressed. I think it's fine. See? Okay. Easy. Now let's do something I loved doing as a kid. Let's explore the disassemble mechanism a bit. Okay. This part is outside. As you can see, this is the stopper, so it limits the range of the motion. It can only go from here to here. So we got a spring, a plastic guide, and there is a bearing inside, and this is the bearing plate. Okay, this is the motor, this is the bearing. Let's compare them. They look identical. Fix. I don't know if you can see, but the inner sleeve have like teeth, so when I rotate the spring, it then closes in place and pushes against the grooves, and then it can't get out. So as you can see, we have the teeth, each 90 degrees. So what we gotta do is insert the sleeve on the blank part here, on the smooth part, and then we just need to rotate it 45 degrees, and then it locks in place. So that's what I'm going to do now. We need to compress it with the tool I made. And now we'll put everything back in reverse order. We'll push the wire harness through the tunnel. We'll tighten the 3 Torx screws connecting the mirror bracket to the mirror housing. We will reassemble the connectors, their rubber seals, and push the wires back into the connector, making sure you connect them in the right direction. Then we will return the plastic head and press it down. We'll connect the connector for the mirror folding mechanism and reassemble the remaining parts in a moment, but let me show you what happened when I put the mirror on the car for the first time. The LED light at the bottom indicates I pressed the unlock button, but the mirror is folding inward instead of outward. I checked this several times and the mechanism really works in reverse, to the point where even when I tried to manually play with its direction, it just kept rotating and rotating until... Let's get back to the desk.
What?
Okay, I made a comparison with the original motor. As you can see, if we look at the connector from here, we can see that the blue wire is in the left side and the brown wire is on the right side. Now, usually blue is for positive and brown is for negative, and since it's a DC motor, the direction depends on whether the positive and negative are reversed. Okay, so hopefully I won't need to take everything apart. I will just replace between the red and the black one, because as you can see, if we look at here, we can see that the positive is on the right side, where here is on the left side. So I think I will switch between them. Two. Okay, now let's take it back to the car and see if it worked. Okay, let's make a test. Now the engine is running and I will fold the mirror so it's supposed to go inside, mean clockwise. Great! So everything is working great. Now I will put everything back together, and since the sun is going down, I will do it as quick as possible. I will just leave the camera on the side and let it roll. By the way, if you're enjoying the video and finding it helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me continue making this kind of content. If you're already subscribed, drop a comment below and let me know what other repair video you would like to see. I will address the mirror's range of motion when it folds in a minute, but I noticed the turn signal light wasn't working, so I had to remove the cover once again and tighten the connector a bit more. This turn signal light was also bought from AliExpress and the connector does not fit perfectly as it should. So, after closing the cover once again, I'm also returning the door panel in reverse order of removal. A few clips broke along the way, so I ordered new ones and I'll replace them when they arrive. And regarding what happened when the mirror folded, I showed you earlier that the plastic piece that serves as a stopper It's likely worn down, maybe from an impact or another reason, so it can't stop the mirror in place. To fix this, I'll need to disassemble the whole thing once again, a job I'm currently passing on. So, I guess I will see you next time.